Okay, so boy, do we need to talk. And I've been waiting for this shipment for quite a while, probably 7 to 10 days since I ordered it. Got a order I put in with Chicago Knife Works. They have good, great prices there, and like I said, I might have mentioned the last video, which last video had really bad sound quality. I apologize, but I was gonna try Rough Rider. I have always stuck with the American brands, better quality stuff. I figured the Chinese stuff wasn't as good, but from what I saw recently, I was really impressed. Just the value. I mean, these things are like $7 to $15, but I'm gonna start with the one that got, you know, it got all my attention when I opened the box. And just to give you an FYI, I've opened the package. I've looked through all the boxes. It was like 4 or 5 knives. One of them was pretty disappointing, but in a very weird way. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this on a Rough Rider. The good news, I think it's fixable, but it's just odd. I'm gonna show that to you first. So is this one right here, Brown Stag Bone. It's the large folding hunter, which is non-locking. It's just on slip joint springs, model number. So I've already taken it out, and I was just blown away by this. Tell me what you think. See if we can get some nice shots on the. So maybe they should call it brown mildew or brown mold. But it's just both sides of these covers, and they look pretty good otherwise, but it's just completely covered in hairy mold. Pretty nasty. And I think if I wanted, I could clean it with just lightly mixed bleach and water. And actually, I've heard if you have mold problems on leather and certain things, you could put it in the oven, maybe around 220 degrees. That would kill off all the mold on it. I don't know if that would affect the coloring of the dye on the bone. Maybe there's some epoxy in there too, but gosh, what the heck? I mean, because it's a cool blade, nice large folding hunter knife. I really wanted to like that knife right there, but yeah. So that one's covered in mold. Again, I'll be contacting Chicago Knife Works just to see what they say. I don't know what their policy is going to be. I was so turned off by that alone. I haven't really looked it over this one closely just to see if there's any other flaws, blade centering or anything like that. She looks like that blade's off a bit, but I think this one I'm just going to close up, put away for now. Tell me what you think on that. Have you ever bought a brand new knife that's covered in mold? I will say too, in the packaging, most of the ones I got were carbon, and they had the wax paper. Now this one came in a baggie, which obviously that trapped in the moisture, I'm thinking. But I wonder if it's like a return, an open box. Maybe somebody had it, on their porch, and it was all rainy, or it was raining in the mail. Because it hasn't been raining near me locally. I mean, the box is completely 100% dry. The inside of the box was 100% dry. But it's like, I don't know what year this was made. I know they're not dated, I don't think. The tag stamps, but the knife is probably 1 or 2 years old. I don't know what year this one came out in. But holy moly. It's just covered in mold. It's unreal. Look at that. So we're 4 minutes in. That was the meat and potatoes, or the meat and the mold. The other ones I'll just show you quickly. I really was looking forward to this unboxing. The other ones, they're mostly these carbon steels. In fact, I'm going to go back. I got a case knife. This one's a little disappointing. I paid $50 for this on the Chicago Knife Works. Kind of an older model, medium Stockman. The sheep's foot and the spade blade looked fine. Obviously, you get blade rub and stuff like that with case. What annoyed me, I was having trouble opening the main clip, which is like the main point on this knife. See if I can get it here. Yeah, you have to be careful. Um, I'll point out too, it's supposed to be brown peach, what are they calling it? Brown bone peach seed jig. And it's a little light for my taste. I thought it was going to be a little darker, especially on not the show side, the rear side here. A little light. But, I have a similar plastic candle, medium Stockman, also stainless. This one, it seemed like it was easier to open, that clip. And I was looking at it. I almost think the nail nick, they did a crummy job on the nail nick on the bone one, where it's like a little bit smaller, a little less pronounced maybe. So the bone one is on top, the brand new one. You tell me. What's going on, Case? I'll tell you, it was tricky to open it. And I'll be darned if they didn't cut that nail nick properly. It's a very thin, minute little nail nick. And, it does rub against that sheep's foot. You got that main blade on the left side there. It's pretty close, and it is centered, but, the sheep's foot comes over and it pushes over, so they touch. But then you go in here to open it, right? And it's just a little tricky. Yeah, see, it's like it just keeps bouncing off, you can get it. It's not like a super strong spring. It does have a good lockup. You could probably check a bunch of other stuff. Fit and finish. It's got little minor gaps. Nothing major. Where is it? I think it was right here. A little bit, just a little gap, and you don't really see light through it. It doesn't catch your finger, but there's a little gap there where the covers meet. The bolster. And of course I can feel that shield there. It is proud on this point. So not the greatest. It's $50, but compared to these Rough Riders, I could have got a similar knife for $10 with Rough Rider. Probably would have been better quality. Let's just quickly go through this because I got 3 other knives. We'll start with, this is the other, I got another one of these. I was interested in these large folding hunters. Because I go hunting, it would be kind of cool to just bring one of these. You get a big old, nice, big main blade clip, about the size of a $110. This is in carbon steel, so that'll be fun to use. Fingerprint magnet. A lot of people are saying they don't like that R. I don't mind that R on the bolsters because, if the Rough Rider brand is as good as they say, it's a little jazzy. I kind of like that. I like the yellow, I don't know if they're calling it Delrin plastic, although, which is a little more uniform. It almost looks like bone, where it's got kind of darker areas and lighter areas in the plastic, which is a little weird. Nice pins. This is a nice knife. I think I paid like $12 for this. Half stops. It's not the strongest spring. I was going to say it's probably like a weak 7. And the skinning blade's a little weaker, a little mushier. Like a weak 6 maybe on that, and mushier. But, good centering. The fit and finish for a $12 knife. There's no gaps on it. It's all pretty smooth. Nickel silver, carbon steel. What's not to like for $12? Same on the rest of these. They're all around $12. You got an older style Barlow. They're not perfect. I didn't look at the edge grinds. Some of them aren't perfect. Probably went up a little high there. There's no sharpening choil. It's all gone. So the grinds aren't perfect, but they are sharp. They're sharper. They come in sharper than a GEC, and for that matter, Case is terrible. What do you call it? Oh, terrible toothy edges. Half stop. I think I'd like these smaller knives with the opposite orientation, main blade in the front, pen on the rear, but it works. So I've never really carried or used a Barlow. I think I got a couple, but this will probably be the first one I really try out. Very robust, stocky, stout, well-built little Barlow. A nice little knife there. I got a Stockman. I do like the Stockman. It's been warming up. Kind of one my grandfather had a lot of. Pretty, yeah, I'd say pretty decent spring, but not really. By the way, when I took these out, I wiped them down. All the carbon ones had plenty of oil. It does have a half stop here. It's very mushy. It feels secure though on the main lockup, although I can push it a little, and it doesn't want to return. Could just be dirty. There was a lot of polishing compound. I'm still cleaning that out. So maybe if I oil it up on the joints, we'll get some of that snap back. Ooh, and these are hard to get out for some reason. A little tricky. Got a nice sheep's foot and a nice spay. Last one. Did I already cover them all? Was that it? What about it? Checking. Let's see. I feel like I forgot one, but maybe that was it. So, yeah, that was the haul. Tell me what you think about, this is the real question mark right here, folks. Don't know what's going on with it. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, it would have been a nice knife at 15, 17 bucks, forget what it was. Pinched bolsters, just like the other ones. I mean, the bone looks like it would have been pretty darn nice if it wasn't just covered in mold. Blade centering is off. Main blade kind of touching that liner a little, but that's on the good side, because typically you're going to push it forward. You push, and they got individual cutouts. Like I said, there was a lot of polishing compounds in all of these, so I kind of brushed them off a little. Yeah, I'll be probably emailing this company tomorrow to see what they say, what the heck was going on. All right, we'll leave it there. And yeah, well, one other thing, I was so excited about these. I was wondering what will my next order be, because I wanted to get some more nice bone ones. But this is just gonna put a little damper. I'll have to step back a little, think about it. I've never seen anybody review a knife like this. I think this was a one-off. Like I said, it might have been an open box. I just don't know. All right, talk to you later.